Hi, this is Mariana from Masazul in Las Vegas, and today we're going to be making blackberry with cream cheese tamales. You can make sweet tamales with many different types of fillings, fruits, chocolate. Sometimes you want to sweet your masa. You don't have to all the time. You can use butter, coconut oil, and you are gonna add sugar instead of salt to your masa harina. For our recipe today, the liquid will be milk and our fat is gonna be whipped butter. We're gonna get started with half of our berries. We want to make a quick jam. We're going to add half of our lemon juice, sugar, and vanilla. We don't want to cook these for too long since they're gonna steam with our tamales. We want to be on medium heat, no more than 5 minutes. While this is cooking, we're gonna mix the remaining lemon juice with our cornstarch. Our berries are starting to release some of their juices and changing color due to the acidity of the lemon juice. They look a little bit more red, and this is what we want. We're gonna press them just a little bit with our spoon just to break them down. Now that the juices are being released, we're gonna add our lemon juice and cornstarch mixture, and we're gonna cook for about 2 more minutes. We want them to look like this. We're gonna turn these off and let our blackberry jam cool before we add the rest of our berries. These sweet tamales need a cream cheese frosting inside. We're gonna prepare it with 3 blocks of cream cheese. Remember, these have to be room temperature. And we're going to add sugar, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and lemon zest. When you are zesting your lemon, make sure you don't get any of the white part to avoid any bitterness on your cream cheese. You're gonna try to mix these as good as you can. You can use this spatula. You can also use a stand mixer or any tools that you feel more comfortable with. I'm gonna use this whisk just to speed up the process. It's getting there. Once our cream cheese is light and fluffy and everything is well mixed in, we're gonna put it in a Ziploc bag or a piping bag if you have. I like to use a cup just because it's easier to put your filling. And we put our cream cheese frosting in here. We're gonna save these for when we're ready to fill our tamales. It might be easier with a bigger bag. Our next step is going to be our masa. We're gonna start with our fat, which is butter. Our butter is at room temperature. And we're gonna do about 5 minutes on high speed. Remember to stop halfway and scrape the sides of your bowl and your attachment just to make sure that all of that butter is whipped and airy. For these tamales, we're gonna add the sugar right now to cream them together with the butter. We want them to get completely mixed. Start slow and then increase your speed to about medium-high. Okay, we did that for about 2 minutes. We're gonna switch our whip to paddle attachment. Now we're going to add our masa harina. We need 4 cups of it to make about 25 tamales. We're gonna add half a teaspoon of baking powder. This is our leavener who's gonna make them fluffy. Now that is mixed, we're gonna add slowly our liquid, which in this case is full fat milk. Now we're gonna check our texture. I like the texture that I'm seeing. I just want to add maybe a tiny little bit more milk. I think this will do the trick. Start slow every time you add your liquid to avoid splashing. We mixed it for about 1 more minute. This is the texture that we want. Hummus, cake batter. Now we're gonna try it. Make sure that it's sweet enough. It's good. Okay, it's time to finish our blackberry jam. We have the fresh blackberries right here, and we're gonna add them to the jam. We're doing this just to keep the integrity of some of the berries when we're adding them to our tamales. We're gonna give it a quick mix. Coat them really well. Okay. We have our precious Ziploc bag. Make a little cut in the corner right here. Where did it go? We have our jam, our cream cheese. These husks have been soaked in warm water and rinsed as well. When you're making tamales, you want to start with the wider end towards you. That's where we're gonna put our masa. I use a bench scraper this time. Make sure that it's even from side to side throughout our corn husk. Next, we're going to pipe some of our cream cheese filling right in the middle, maybe about 1.5 ounces. Just like so. Now we're gonna add about 3 blackberries per tamal, right on top. When you're making your tamales, you can add as much filling as you want, but remember to keep the integrity of our tamales. We don't want to overfill them. And we have our blackberries and cream cheese tamal. We're gonna cook our sweet tamales. I am using a pasta pot that has a strainer. You just need to make sure that there's enough water at the bottom of the pot so it doesn't run out while we're cooking them. We are going to line the bottom of our pot with some husks. Now, we are going to put our tamales inside our pot. Hold them upwards with the folding part towards the edge of the pot, just like so. We are gonna work our way around the pot, through the edges, and then towards the center. Our pot is full with our tamales. We're gonna close it, and we are going to add 2 ribbons on the handles of our pot because we're gonna be talking gossip, and we don't want our tamales to hear and not cook. We're gonna cook our tamales for 75 minutes and let them rest for 10 more minutes before eating them. Remember that the tamales are going to harden as they cool down. La bendición. And let's steam our tamales. Our tamales have been cooking for 75 minutes and we let them rest for 10 more. Now, we're going to open them and check how they look. How do you know if our tamales are ready? The masa is going to detach from the corn husk easily, and they're going to feel firm to the touch. Now remember, the longer you wait, the firmer they will get. These are so good. I'm going to eat it all. You guys get your own? Pretty delicious. It went by pretty quick, did you see?